What's up, guys? We heading into some promising times in the sport of boxing right now, man. And like I said before, at the beginning of the season, it's gonna be a good year for boxing, man. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Had that fire detector chirping, but it's still chirping in the background somewhere. Anyway, it's I said it at the beginning of the year, the beginning of the season of boxing, even though boxing doesn't really have a season like that. But you got your January all the way through December, and they try to stack the cards up all throughout the year, man. And for the most part, I think that they've done an excellent job in ensuring that we've had some entertaining fights this year. So with that being said, let's get back into the rematch of Ward Kovalev, man. Part 2, here we go. What do you guys think? I mean, you saw the first fight. You agree or disagree? Did Ward win the fight? Did Kovalev win based on just one knockdown? Did Ward come back after the knockdown and take over in the third all the way through the 12th? Did Kovalev not answer back when Ward was throwing punches from 3 on to 12? Did he not respond? Was he not throwing a jab? Was he not throwing power shots, body shots? Was he not? What is it that Ward did that was so special? And what is it that Kovalev didn't do that was so special? I think that's how you evaluate the fight. Okay? The first fight, you had Andre Ward, who came in, supposedly the undersized guy. He wasn't going to be able to overcome Kovalev's strength. He wasn't going to be able, if he got knocked down, he would probably get knocked out. He was considered the guy that was going to lose this fight. When it didn't happen, the excuses came. Ward was supposed to be the superior boxer in the fight. He was supposed to go in there and outclass Kovalev all the way around. He was going to basically give him a boxing lesson. And that didn't really happen. He had to go into survival mode and, come up with the best game plan he could possibly come up with to survive. And he did what he had to do. He bounced back quick and he fought Kovalev off of him. But was it a superior look for him? Was it a superior showing? Did he completely dominate in there? It was close. It was close. I had Ward winning. And the reason why I say that is because of the simple fact that Kovalev, if you go to his previous fights, he dominates all of his fights. He's backing guys up. He's walking them down. He's beating them down. It's nothing they can do once he starts landing those power shots. They can't respond back. And he ends up finishing off his competition, knocking guys out, finishing guys. No problem, right? He gets into the ring with Ward. He's looking pretty good basically through 2 rounds, 3 rounds, if you want to go in the first 3. He looks good. He knocks Ward down. Ward gets back up, survives, and then responds in the third, round 3. So from there, it wasn't really a Kovalev. I didn't see where Crusher made an adjustment in the fight once Ward got up. I don't think he ever even considered that. He never factored that in. I knocked this guy down, he should be finished. Well, if I knock this guy down and he gets back up, what do I have in place? Am I going to bait him in and try to get him on the inside? Am I going to stay on the outside and use my jab? Am I just going to focus on landing power shots, beat him down to the body? Am I going to rough him up for the whole fight? What am I going to do to keep this guy off of me and where I can show the judges that I am dominating this fight? You didn't see that in the fight. You didn't see where the adjustment was made. You know, he didn't cut off the ring like he was supposed to. And I said this before, man, in the last video I made in the post-fight video that I made in the first fight. You know, he didn't cut off the ring, and I was really expecting him to do that and to prevent Ward from being slick and, you know, going up and under his punches. But, you know, it really didn't go that way. It was more of a grabbing fest between the two of them. They both were grabbing, they both were holding, they both were putting each other's heads down and you know, throwing some illegal shots here and there. You know, it was happening all across the board between the two of them. But the thing of it is that Crusher couldn't pump Ward down, and when he found out that didn't work, when Crusher found out that didn't work, he didn't respond well, and he allowed Ward to continue to look pretty impressive after being knocked down by this guy. You didn't think he was going to get up. You didn't think he was going to have his motor skills. You didn't think he was going to be able to make that adjustment and come back, but he did. You know, he moved around on the outside. He moved in on the inside. He strung together combinations. You know, after a while, I didn't even see Crusher really throwing combinations the way that he usually does. You know, he was more of a kind of like a 1-2 guy, you know, and he tried to go after what he felt was there when he felt that the option presented itself. He tried to throw more than 1 or 2 punches, but at the end of the day, you know, Ward limited him to throwing a 1-2. You know, and missing shots and looking raggedy. And what I try to get people to understand, man, is that when you're in the clinch, it's whoever comes out of the clinch on top that's dominating in that round. Because if the round was sloppy to begin with, all you can rate is who's coming out of the clinch looking impressive. And that's what you got to go with. You know, all of those inside shots, unless it looks like what Errol Spence is doing, you know, to people's body, and it's showing significantly on the opposition's face that you're getting in there and you're gutting and he's wincing and, you know, and he's grabbing that side, or he's backing up or moving away, you know, here and there, then, you know, the clinch shots don't matter to judges. It doesn't matter. You're going to have to show where you're doing significant damage. So at the end of the day, you're going to look to see who's coming out of the clinch on top. And that's how you're going to rate who won the round. You know, if you didn't have anything else that significant to hold on to from that round. So that's how you're going to do it, man. And, you know, I'm going way over my limit here. I don't like to do too long videos, but I'm going to go ahead in these last couple of minutes, try to do 10 minutes, maybe 10:30 or something like that. But I'm going to try to get this done. But I got Ward. Again in this fight. I don't think it's anything that Kovalev can do outside of what he did in the first fight to take away Ward's pride, to put fear into his heart, to throw a wrench in his game plan. I think he has to come in with the mindset that he is the superior fighter by any means necessary, unless he comes in throwing multiple combos, stringing together combos for the majority of the fight, unless he's going to cut off the ring and force Andre Ward to his power hand, and he utilizes his power shots to knock this dude back down and finish him. I just really don't see where Kovalev is going to be successful against Andre Ward. He gave him his best shot in the first fight, and it didn't work. Against a guy of that pedigree, it's going to take more than just knocking a guy down and hoping for the best, So I'm going to go with Ward, man. I think he's going to stick to boxing. I think he'll be more of a tactician in this fight. Kovalev will try to make it rough, like he did in the first fight as well, as Andre Ward. And I think that Ward will try to benefit from the clinches, catch his breath here and there. I think that Kovalev will become frustrated in this fight, and he'll be landing punches after the referee has broken him up, and he will do some illegal, dirty tactics in there to try to weaken Andre Ward. But at the end of the day, Andre Ward is going to come in and follow his game plan all the way through, and he's going to make sure that he's finishing out of the clinch on top. He's going to be throwing the majority of the jabs. He's going to be, sticking and moving and not allowing Crusher to land anything significant or anything that's close to precise in front of the judges. So at the end of the day, man, I got Andre Ward, man, sticking to his game plan, boxing, moving, stringing together combinations, back in his shell, bobbing, weaving, moving. I got Andre Ward, man. Got Andre Ward. So anyway, man, get back at me. I know this is a long video. You guys, comment on it. Let me know what you think. That's my my pre-fight prediction. So peace.